Let's see how we can use the large and small functions in Google Sheets. We have the Google Sheet large and small function open and it has the data we require. The first column is the serial number from 1 to 20. For this, we have used the sequence function with rows 20, columns 1, start 1, and step 1. The next column is the name, which contains the names of the students. The last column is the marks, which contains the marks obtained by the students in a test. So, we have the data of 20 students with their names and marks in a test. Suppose we want to find the top 5 and last 5 students based on the marks they obtained in the test. We want their score as well as their name. Let's copy these and paste them into cells E5, E6, and E7. Let's change the top to last in cell E5. We want to give appreciation gifts to the top 5 students and improvement classes to the last 5 students. Let's write 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in cells F1, G1, H1, I1, and J1 respectively. Let's copy these and paste them into cells F5 to J5. Now, to get the top score, we will use the function large, which gives the nth largest element from a dataset. It takes data and n as arguments. An example is shown, where the data is the range A2 to B100 and n is 4. For our case, the data is the marks from range C2 to C21. Let's lock this range as we do not want this range to change when we drag the formula. N is the content in F1 that is 1. We will not lock F1 as we want this to change to G1, H1, I1, and J1 as we drag the formula. We see that the top score is 97. Let's drag the formula to J2. We get the score for second, third, fourth, and fifth places 94, 91, 90, and 88 respectively. To get the name of the student who scored the marks given, we will use the filter function. Range for our case is B2 to B21, that is the name's data. Let's lock this range as we do not want this range to change when we drag the formula. Condition is C2 to C21. Let's lock the C2 to C21 range as we do not want this range to change when we drag the formula, equal to F2. Let's drag the formula to J3. We see that P has scored 97. H has scored 94. E has scored 91. S has scored 90. I has scored 88. Let's do some formatting now. Let's center align the data. Give borders. Make E1 to E7, F1 to J1, F5 to J5 bold using Ctrl+B keys. Now we want the last score. We will use the function small, which gives the nth smallest element in a dataset. It takes data and n as arguments. An example is shown, where the data is the range A2 to B100 and N is 4. For our case, the data is the marks from range C2 to C21. Let's lock this range as we do not want this range to change when we drag the formula. N is the content in F5, that is 1. We see that the last score is 23. Let's drag the formula to J6. We get the score for second, third, fourth and fifth last places 30, 37, 45, and 48 respectively. To get the name of the student who scored the marks given, we will copy and paste the formula from cell F3 to cell F7. We see that the range is B2 to B21, condition is updated to C2 to C21 equal to F6. Let's drag the formula to J7. We see that J has scored 23, C has scored 30, D has scored 37, B has scored 45, Q has scored 48. With this, we have successfully learned how to use the large and small functions in Google Sheets to get the top or last nth values in a dataset. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe if this video was useful.